And the crew at Dinosaur Adventure Land live February 8th, 2023 on Rumble program. Starting tomorrow, will be on YouTube Genesis Baptist Church channel, a church channel. But Rumble, Ken Hovind Official, that's going to be the one where we push everything. We're going to load up a whole bunch of videos on there. So tell all your friends, go to Rumble. Let's see. YouTube channel, Genesis Baptist Church, starting tomorrow. Yes, YouTube shut both of our channels down, did not give a reason. And I think it's wrong. I think it's evil, but they did, okay? So they shut down a lot of conservative programs. Now, on Rumble, there's freedom of speech, so we like this. Tonight, I'm going to be discussing. I don't know that he's an atheist, but he's an excellent teacher on lots of stuff, but he pushes evolution, the Khan Academy. So, Sal, buckle up. It's your turn. Special thanks to all you shallow-thinking atheists and evolutionists and a few jealous people who claim to be Christian for all the hours you spent to get our channels taken down from YouTube. How many times did they have to contact YouTube, you think, Randall?
At least I don't know, 4 or 5 times on the same subject.
Yeah, 4 or 5 same time. They don't get it. That's okay. But what's going to happen now, we're going to put all 8,000 plus videos up on YouTube, on Rumble, where they have honor freedom of speech. Yay, we love it. Okay. We still have our Genesis Baptist Church channel on YouTube. Tell all your friends and enemies to subscribe to that and to our Rumble channel and to Facebook, our new channel, and share the message with those who can be helped. We think these messages will help people in time of need. Share them with your friends. Say, man, you ought to watch this. It'll help you, okay? Let's get ready to rumble. All you keyboard warriors who claim there's scientific evidence for the dumb religion of evolution, call to schedule a debate. Present your evidence. I'll debate all of you or any of you at the same time. Bring it on. Bring a body bag. One atheist called me Hulk Hogan of the Creationist. You can see the resemblance, can't you? Let's see. Gideon was called of God to do a job of fighting the Midianites that had a whole bunch of people in their army, like a whole bunch. He said a bunch of people showed up. He said, who wants to go fight? And a bunch showed up. He said, okay. The Lord said, Gideon, that's too many. Lord, they got about 10 times what we got. He said, Gideon, you got too many. Tell them to go get a drink. The ones who dip their head down in the lake, in the river to get a drink, send them home. The ones who lap the water up to their mouth, those are the ones that are alert. To keep them. The rest of them weren't paying attention. Stick their head down, get a drink. So he said, they still got too many. He said, now, Gideon, the people that are with thee are too many. Tell the ones that are fearful and afraid to go home. 22,000 went home. 10,000 were left. Ended up with only 300 men. That's all you need. God doesn't need big numbers. He needs dedicated people. So we got all kinds of stuff going on here. Here's February. Tonight, we're going to be talking about the Khan Academy. Now, I want you to know they produce excellent material on education in lots of subjects, but not in science. They think evolution is part of science. Sal, you're wrong. Evolution's a religion. We'll show you tonight, okay? Tomorrow, my spiritual birthday. 54 years since I gave my heart to the Lord. Happy birthday. And then we're going to have a Valentine party here at the Genesis Baptist Church next Sunday. Bring your Valentine or find one. For a Discord, for a day of fun and games, break the record, great meals, singing, testimony time here at Dinosaur Adventure Land. Then we're going to have St. Patrick's Day in March. We're going to have everybody come in for, if you're a missionary of any kind, steak dinner. Freddie's amazing steak dinner. Speaking of missionaries, Scott, why don't you come on up here and introduce yourself and tell about what you do. Going to be a missionary to the blind and the dumb, like me, evolutionists?
Yeah, hopefully one of these days.
Okay.
My name's Scott Vanek. I recently just graduated college in December from the University of Central Missouri with an agriculture degree.
Okay.
You know, I've always had this passion of wanting to help and travel the world and spread the good word at the same time. And the missionary field just was calling my name. And I started watching your videos 2021. And you just opened my mind to the truth and just really inspired me to work for the Lord. It's been great.
Amen. You guys got in this afternoon and you took the Science Center tour, but you haven't taken the real tour with me yet.
No, not yet. Hopefully we can do that tomorrow.
We'll do that tomorrow. Okay. So you and your wife, Gina, here for a couple of days?
My mother, Gina.
Your mother?
Yes.
Okay. Well, glad.
Yes,
all right. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. So we'll see you tomorrow morning
Yes,
early.
God bless.
All right. Thank you. All right. So St. Patrick's Day, all you missionaries, come on back to Dinosaur Adventure Land if you can, or call in, share your testimony. Then a famous holiday in America, April 1st. April Fool. That's the day we honor all the atheists, because you're a fool if you don't believe in God. We invite you to Dinosaur Adventure Land. We'll feed you a steak dinner, give you the tours, show you around, answer any questions, have a debate, live debate if you'd like. We really are trying to win you to the Lord. Sometimes you got to try to wake people up first. Like, wow, I believe something dumb, don't I? Yeah, you believe something really dumb. But come on, you're invited. Dinosaur Adventure Land is free. Okay? Then we're going to have 16th of April, the anniversary of us getting this property 7 years ago. On April 16th, the guy gave us 140 acres in Lenox, Alabama. He paid $250,000 for it. Just gave it to us. Nothing here. It was a muddy mess, a gravel pit, but hey, it's been good. We've built all kinds. If you've helped build or supported us financially during this time, come on, see what's going on around here. Plan April 16th, the day to come to Dinosaur Adventure Land. Okay. Help us reach out to the world. Subscribe to our new channel on Rumble and tell your friends about it if you would. Then share it with other people. That'll help. We've given lots of tours. People come from all over the place. We have the Science Center tour, the farm, the playground, set the record tour, and my safari tour, the best one, the real tour. Bible says 6 days, God made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that in them is. Dinosaurs always lived with man. Stop lying to the kids about dinosaurs living millions of years ago. Randall, I just feel more freedom on Rumble. I can call them liars. They're not worried about getting censored. Idiots, liars. Yeah, let's get ready to rumble. Okay. They think evolution is the dumbest and most dangerous religion. They might have just unchained a tiger, brother. Okay. Evolution is a mental illness. Okay. The fool said in his heart, there's no God. Come on, take the real tour. 253 baptized. We help us. You have any better place to put your money? Do it there. But if not, us. We got all kinds of things we want to do around here. Go to drdino.com and log in some of our channels that we broadcast on and share it with your friends. If you want to donate any money, make it to CSE, Creation Science Evangelism. But speaking of money, YouTube owes us what? How much? Close to $70,000. Our super chats and advertising, they haven't paid it. $70,000. Now, our excavator got stuck in the mud 2 months ago. We ain't getting it out. Another local crew is going to come. They've been working on it. They're going to try again to get it out. But look, by now, the one in the motor, if you can get it out, you can have it. So they're going to try. Anyway, our tractor driver, Big Will, said, Brother Hovind, I found a long reach excavator. That's what we really, look at that, $67,000. Let's get you, pray that YouTube will pay us what they owe us, and we get us a long reach excavator. That way we can clean out all the lake fishing holes and stuff like that, keep the crud out of the bottom. Okay, the video series on science in the Bible, our series on what on earth is about to happen, and we welcome visitors here all the time. Come on, everybody's welcome, okay? So Whacking Atheist Wednesday with Dr. Kent, the science gent. Even got the cup to prove it. Dr. Kent, the science gent. If you don't like it, too bad. Okay, tons of fun, and it's all free. Straight north of Pensacola, we're in Genesis Baptist Church. I've been a Baptist preacher 48 years. And we have a church camp here and science center. I've done almost 317 debates now. If Baptist is a cult, I think Alabama's in trouble. I believe the Bible is true. Okay. So tonight, Whack an Atheist. It's fun. It's fast, based on the whack-a-mole game. Even children can spot how dumb evolution is. And whack. Look, he just said something dumb. Down, kid. Okay. So many atheists all the time. We're trying to whack you to wake you up for your own good. We really are, because you're going to die and face God, whether you believe in him or not. Okay. We're trying. So get whacked. We can only whack one at a time. So tonight, the winner is Sal from Kahn Academy. Sal Kahn started a organization, the Kahn Academy, to teach educational materials. And they have excellent stuff in many subjects. But Sal, I'm your best friend now. You are dead wrong on evolution. You need to fix this, okay? Kahn Academy. Evidence for evolution. Google Classroom. Evidence for evolution comes from many different areas of biology. From anatomy, molecular biology, biogeography, fossils. Sal, you're wrong on all four of those. You need to watch my video series, okay? Introduction. Evolution is a key unifying principle in biology. That is pure baloney. Evolution is a lie. It's a religion mixed in. Nobody's ever seen a cow produce a cow. There's no evidence for evolution at all, and it's certainly not a unifying principle. There's no science behind evolution, okay? Brzezinski said, nothing in biology makes sense except in the light of evolution. Maybe to him, nothing about evolution makes sense to anybody with a brain. Nobody sees a cow produce a non-cow. You think a cow is related to a mosquito and you both came from a dot? Think. Stop and think, Sal. Come on. What are the features of biology that make more sense through the lens of evolution? To put it another way, what are the indicators or traces that show evolution has taken place in the past? And he goes on, and I'm just going to get time to talk about one of them here tonight, Sal. Evolution happens on a small scale. He calls them microevolution and macro. Well, microevolution happens, variation in the same kind. Happens all the time. There are now, 400 varieties of cows. Might have had a common ancestor called a cow. 4,000 varieties of potatoes have been developed by man. Might have had a common ancestor called a potato. Have you seen the purple potato? They got purple ones, yellow ones, red ones, white ones. You said there's evidence from anatomy and embryology. Sal pointed that you are so far behind on your science. Embryology is evidence for evolution. That's been wrong 150 years ago. But you're still teaching the baby growing inside the mother has gill slits. That is a lie. That is dumb. That is actually evil to teach that. Because then that justifies abortion. Well, we're not killing a human, we're just killing a fish or an amphibian or a reptile because it hasn't developed to the human stage yet. Stuff proven wrong in 1859, they're still using. It's a wrong lie. Get it out of your book, Sal. You say there's homologous features that prove evolution. If two or more species share a unique physical feature, such as a complex bone structure or a body plan, then they certainly do, they have inherited this feature from a common ancestor. Sal, stop and think. May all have a common. Do you ever stop and think about that? Move your funding for your channel if you just said something like that. Physical features shared due to evolutionary history are common ancestors. Homologous. To give one classic, four limbs. The front limb, whales, humans, birds, and dogs look pretty different on the outside. That's because they've adapted to function in different environments. This is typical propaganda. Sal, you got brainwashed going through school, and you're brainwashing others. Knock it off. Stop, okay? This structures is not evidence for evolution. It's true, we got two bones in our wrist. I broke both of mine and one on this arm one time. I'm very familiar with them. It's true, the dog has two bones in his leg and the bones in his flipper, but that's not proof of evolution. You said homologous structures can only be seen in embryos. For example, humans have gill slits. Sal, you're either stupid or lying about this one. Catch up on your science. That is not true. It's proven wrong for over 150 years. Similarity in structure, especially the amazingly complex structure, like arms, legs, evidence of a common designer, not a common ancestor. Then I can't believe you said the snake has vestigial legs on a boa constrictor. Sal, many large snakes have little bit claws and two little on the inside. How they make babies, okay? Snakes can't talk and say, "Scoot over, honey." They don't have any arms. They have to maneuver their partner into position with those little claws and legs. It has nothing to do with walking on land. Same with the whale. Watch my video number lies in the textbooks if you want more on that. So again, you are either deliberately lying or you're stupid about your science on this topic. Other stuff you have is great. I'm just trying to straighten out on this one tonight, Sal. Okay? Bones and claws are essential for snakes to reproduce, has nothing to do with walking on land, and is certainly not ancestral to anything or evidence for evolution. So what is science? Well, science is things we can observe and study. So what do we know? We know snakes produce snakes. We know that. They see it happen all the time. We know cows produce cows. We know that. We do not know that cows and snakes are related. Don't teach that. That's not part of science. Any system of knowledge concerns phenomena that entails unbiased observations, systematic experimentation. Okay, do an experiment. Let's see an animal make a different animal other than its same kind. Science, and systematic experimentation. I think far in the world will tell you they've been experimenting for a long time, and all they get are cows when they crossbreed their cows. That's all they get. One that gives more milk or more beef or bigger, faster, or jump higher, you still get a cow. No exceptions. Science is knowledge gained by using observations and experiment. How does science differ from other fields? Science is knowledge gained from observations and experiments. Well, show me the experiment to turn any animal into a different kind of animal. They've now got 340 dogs. They're always a dog, every time. What is science? It's knowledge, from the Latin word seer, knowledge. That's why my hammer, when I do the Whack an Atheist, has science, means knowledge. We do not know that a cow and a banana are related, Sal. So I'll put your name on here tonight. Sal, wake up. whack-a-mole, whack an atheist. And I don't know that you're an atheist, but you're certainly supporting the atheist cause. Definition of science: knowledge in a form of testable explanations and predictions. I predict crossbreed your cows, you're going to get a cow. That's my prediction. I used to raise hamsters, hundreds of them, sold them to pet stores. They always had baby hamsters every time. All of them dumb as a rock, but hey, people bought them, so I sold them. Okay. Religion attempts to understand and explain the world, but religion is not considered as science. I understand. I'd have to mostly agree. But evolution is a religion. It's not science. Quit mixing it in with science. What is science? Knowledge obtained through study or practice. We've been studying bacteria for a long time in the lab to make a new generation every 8 hours. 3 generations a day. Thousands of generations later, they're having baby bacteria, aren't they? That's what observation has shown us. Okay. Acquiring knowledge. I agree. Now, I think you evolutionists would agree that this is the definition of science as accumulated by observation, experimentation, and testing. Standard textbook definition. So, how do you define the word evolution? There are 6 meanings to that word. How do you define the word species? How do you define the word evidence? Okay? Evidence. Available body of facts or information indicating whether a belief or proposition is, okay, where's the evidence? A sign which shows that something exists or is true. Okay? That which tends to prove or disprove something. I think all the evidence shows dogs produce dogs, cows produce cows. All the evidence shows that. The evidence shows they can't change anything else. But you are stuck with brainwashing you got in school into believing that that's part of science. There are 4 types of evidence: real evidence, demonstrative evidence, documentary evidence, testimonial evidence. All the testimonies would say from every farmer, cows. There's nobody to testify they saw a cow make something else. Nobody would testify to that. The real evidence is cows make cows. We can demonstrate that evidence, and we can document it. There's no evidence that cows came from a single-celled creature like a protozoa. That's not science. 3 primary standards of proof. We could attend all day on this. You can study about the levels of proof. There is no proof, certainly, evolution at all. All right? Evolution, process by which different kinds of living organisms are thought to have developed and diversified from earlier forms. I think all we've seen is the earlier forms were the same kind. Gradual development of something. What's the best definition of evolution? Process of gradual change that takes place over many generations. Of animals, plants slowly change some of their physical characteristics. The changes will always be within limits. The cows might get a cow that has more milk. I think 100 pounds a day is the record. That's utterly ridiculous. A lot of milk. But they're still a cow, okay? Best modern definition of evolution. Change in the inherited traits of a population. It happens. It's the same kind. You guys don't get it. We cover all this on video number 7. Let me go to seminar number 15. What was that? Didn't get a chance to read it there. 1537. Okay. Seminar part 4. Hang on 1 second here. Right there. Seminar 4. Alt-DV 1537. I got so many slides. You can get all my slides on on a thumb drive, $100. Okay. Turn on. I want to turn on nothing here. Let's see. Write something up. Oh, it's not up on screen there, but I'm seeing it. Give subtitles a try. No, thank you. Turn it off. It makes sure I can't read my slide. Yeah, brother. So, 15. I want to get to this one. There. Okay. 1537, enter. There. Homologous structures. Sal, you claimed that one of the evidences for evolution is homologous structures. Homo means the same. They have structures that have similarities. I agree. Okay? But this is lie number 22 on my video number 4, lies in the textbooks. Homologous structures show a common designer. Homologous structure. Homologous structure is an example of an organ or bone that appears in different animals, underlying anatomical commonalities, demonstrating descent from a common ancestor. No, stop. Stop and think. Could that demonstrate a common designer? Is that even in your thinking? Would you be allowed allowed to think that and not lose your job? In other words, when it's very different animals have bones that appear very similar in form or function and seem to be related. No, that seem to have the common designer. Homologies in the following photos of plants. The leaves are quite different from the normal leaves. Yeah, a pitcher plant got a leaf that's a lot different than a normal leaf. The leaf eats the bugs. That don't happen normally, right? How about the cactus? Yeah, don't sit on one of them. So, homologies. Evolutionary theory predicts related organisms will share similarities that are derived from common ancestors. Well, evolution theory can predict that all we want, but if we don't see it, it's not science. It's a religious belief. Homologies can be revealed by comparing anatomies of different living things, looking at a cellular similarity and differences, studying embryological development. I can't believe this textbook is still teaching that. That's lying, okay? Okay. What observable evidence exists to support the idea that life on Earth has evolved its diversity through a long process of descent with modification? Homology. This is what the textbook's teaching the kid. This is what you're teaching, Sal. Stop teaching it. One of the most powerful forms of evidence is homology. Miami Indoctrination Center. The forelimbs of vertebrate have the same kinds of bones. Yep, I agree. Which form the same way during development. I don't know if that's true or not, but even if it is, still not proof of common ancestor, proof of common designer. These homologous structures provide evidence that these animals evolved from a common ancestor. No, guys. Are you allowed to think outside that dumb religion of evolution? Similar structures, they're all amazingly designed. Boy, they work really well, don't they? How many of you have ever used the 2 bones in your wrist for anything, like almost all your life, right? Yeah, it's pretty handy. You can turn it all kinds of different ways and grab things. The whale uses his all the time, too. He has to twist and flippers and maneuver through the water. Yeah. And get up on top and smack the water to call somebody, the boats, I guess, or whatever they do. Okay. Other evidence for evolution, homologous structures. This is just plain silly for you guys to believe that this is evidence for evolution. But this is what's taught. Then they tell the kids we're going to think critically. You're not thinking at all, okay? A seal's flipper and a human arm have very different functions. What evidence might help to show that both structures evolved from a forelimb of a common ancestor? That is propaganda. That's brainwashing. Here's the poor kid in sophomore in high school biology class. What's he supposed to do? This is going to be on the test. You keep teaching this year after year after year, the kid's going to believe it. Was it Marx or Hitler or somebody said, if you tell a lie long enough and loud enough and often enough, the people will believe it. He said, you'll start believing it yourself after a while. Yeah. Comparative anatomy provides further evidence of evolution. Really. Here's what it says right here. Comparative anatomy. The commonalities suggest these and other vertebrate animals are related. They probably evolved from a common ancestor. This is propaganda 101. This is evidence of a common designer. But you guys just don't get it. You want so badly for there not to be a designer, because along with designer comes rules. He made the place and he owns it. They don't like that. Similar design might prove the same designer made them. Did you know the lug nuts from a Pontiac will fit on a Chevy? Go try it. They will. That proves they both evolved from a skateboard. Oh, the same guys are making them. Let's see. Many animals have a similar structure. I agree. They probably had a common. Oh, now that's a bad conclusion. Good observation to start with, bad conclusion. Then this helps prove we came from a rock. Now you got a really bad conclusion. So to save time here, we're going to skip up to slide number 2480. 80. Okay. Bible said, beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit. Evolution is a vain religion. It's not science. You believe in it. Great. I'm glad you believe. But don't call it science, and don't make me pay to teach that to all the kids as science. God is not a man that he should lie. God didn't lie. He said they'd always bring forth after their kind. So what exactly is a species? Well, species, there are 14 or I forget how many 21 different definitions people have found now of the word species. A group of organisms consisting of similar individuals capable of exchanging genes or interbreeding. Okay, the dog in the pine tree can't do that. Now the dog and the coyote can. The dog and the wolf can. I don't know if my little wife's little pug can do anything about it. Never mind, okay. See, God said they would bring forth after their kind, after their kind, after their kind. I don't think it could be more clear. The Bible says 24 times in the first 7 chapters, they will bring forth after their kind, okay? And that's all anybody has ever seen. There are now 10 species of heavy-beaked birds, larger than crows, the raven. 10 different kinds of ravens. I'd be willing to bet 5 a ancestor called a raven. They're still forth after their kind, aren't they? They're a heron. Let's see. There are 72 species of heron. They might have had a common ancestor. A frog. No, I believe they eat the frog. Let's see. God said they'd bring forth after their kind to every sort. It couldn't be more clear. God's not a man that he should lie. God said they will always bring forth after their kind, after their sort, after their kind. That's all that's ever happened. Nobody's ever seen this. Imagine, guys, evolution, imagination. Let's see. Fellows of the base sort. That's a sort of people that are pretty. Simple definition of species, okay? A group of organisms capable of reproducing. Well, that's what a kind is. It's just a different word. It's still meaning the same thing. So, definition of species. A group of similar organisms that ranks below genus in scientific classification. Not kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species. God didn't use any of that, and the animals don't care how we classify. They know what to look for when they're looking for a mate. Turn them all loose. You watch. We got a bunch of them running loose together in our barn. The pigs show no interest at all in the chickens. And to eat them, but not to mate with them. No, okay. Let's see. Species. Okay. A largest group of organisms of any two individuals, appropriate sexes. You can't say that in San Francisco. Let's see. Biological. I feel more free on rumble. This is great. Let's get ready to rumble. Thank you, atheist, for getting our channel. Okay. Biology. Carolus Linnaeus made up this classification system that we use: kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species. Okay, it's for us to classify critters. Care. They know which ones are the same kind. They know. They got humans and chimpanzees put in the same family. The chimpanzees don't go looking for a human to mate with. There might be some idiot humans that look for a chimpanzee, but that's not normal. So what's a kind? Can you please define what you mean by kind? Okay. They're capable, says they bring forth after their kind. So a lot of people are arguing with me on the internet about, what's a kind, what's a kind? Well, first place, I'm not demanding that my theory be taught at taxpayer expense. So the burden of proof is not on me. It's on you. You're demanding that your religion be taught and we all pay for it. Burden of proof's on you. Species. Look at definition of species right here. Type, kind, sort. Oh no, they use the word kind and sort. Oh man, look at that. A kind or sort. Wow. Somebody ought to fire that, let that get through the censorship. Yeah, great. A group of individuals potentially interbreed in nature. Agree. Our classification system, it works pretty good. Developed in the 1800s. They're changing things all the time.